Welcome everyone to some more Planescape Torment. So let's go talk to more people in the bar and find out their lives. Dustman. Norchi? Okay, we'll talk to Norchi. Norchi, you see a spindle-thin dustman in dirty black robes. His stiff black hair brings forth from his skull like a crown of spikes, and his leper-white skin is drawn sharply across his skull. He is frowning into his drink and mumbling to himself. Greetings! The dustman looks up, blinks once, then looks up and down, studying you. As he studies you, he takes one of his spiked locks and points it at himself with it. Norchi, initiate, dustman, guard. You look troubled, Norchi. Norchi touches his face and traces the shape of his frown and his finger. Troubled, yes. What's wrong? The dustman looks you up and down. Many troubles I have. Help can you? A mausoleum awakes. The dead woke. The dead disturbed. The dustman disturbed. Find out what disturbs the undead. Copper coins will pay. Very well. Where is this mausoleum?
Updated my journal.
Norchi nods. Mausoleum by Dustman Memorial. Go north and west from Black Monument. Go to arch and semicircle over your heart with finger make. He wiggles the index finger on his right hand. To mausoleum you will go. I'll look into it then. Farewell. Okay, we got a quest. Hey, from a dustman. Don't know if we like Dustman or not, but hell. Okay, so I decided I'll take this guy's offer for giving me money for free. I hope nothing bad comes out of it, but yeah. The contract, I think we've done all this, so 50 coppers over my course, very well. I'll sign. Sign there and there, there we go. Gained experience, wow, awesome. Sign there and there and there. You take the quill in your hand and begin to scratch your signature into the parchment. The quill pen makes a strange scritching noise as it touches the parchment, like a dagger writing on steel. Uh-oh, continue signing. As you try to sign the parchment, however, you notice that it seems to be shifting beneath your pen. No matter how hard you try, you can't seem to sign your name. The contract seems to twist from being a dusty piece of parchment to something alive? Mortuary. What's with this contract? Uh-oh. When you glance up to speak to Mortuary, you see his face has been replaced with that of a grinning skull. The rest of the bar seems to stop, the patrons falling silent, freezing as statues. Mortuary opens his mouth and a wisp of dust trails from inside the skull. This is a bad idea. Oh jeez. With a rasp, the death's head speaks, dust streaming from its teeth. Sign, but remember, everything has a price, and what can change the nature of man? That was terrible. The words are ragged and dead chorus, as if being spoken by 5, 10, 20, 100 voices. Old, young, female, male, desperate, calm, hysterical. Nature of man? Morte Graysand. As you speak the words, suddenly feel faint, and the next thing you hear is Morte's voice normal, and his hand upon your shoulder. Sir, are you alright? He laughs uneasily. I thought I lost you for a moment. ... Try and get your bearings. Oh jeez. It is as if time was exhaled and resumed its normal breathing. Oh gosh. The rest of the bars return to normal. Morte's face is no longer a death's head. You feel a strange pressure inside your skull, as if something desperately wishes to surface, but cannot. The experience of the death's head that spoke dust. It was as if you remembered a dozen splinters of memory at once, all stabbing into each other to create an image. And you know, somehow, that very voice the death's head spoke belonged to someone, now long dead. Just give me a moment. I'll be fine. Morty removes his hand from your shoulder. He looks uneasy, more at the prospect of losing a customer than any concern for your welfare. As you stare at the dusty parchment upon the table, You know for a fact that this is not the first time you have penned your name to a contract, and perhaps not the first time you have signed one such as this. Okay, we're in balls deep, guys. We're gonna do it. Finish signing the contract. You scratch an X across the contract in the 3 places Morty indicated. As you finish making the last mark, Morty's hands flash out like 2 whips. The left hand sprinkles dust across the parchment to keep the ink dry, and his right hand flicks a stream of coppers into your hands. 50 in all. Wow. Alright, so... our business is concluded. Farewell. Oh, getting experience left and right here. Morty nods as you turn to leave him. He has a strange expression in his face. Uh-oh. Is there something wrong? Morty frowns. Forgive me, I must ask again. Are you sure we haven't met before? Possibly, I do not recall you. Morty shakes his head. Well, no matter. Farewell, Morty. Yes, farewell, farewell. Morty studies you as you leave, and you hear him mutter under his breath something about that one. Leave.
I feel stronger.
Oh, we got a level up. We are just bowling through this place. Have we seen Seal? Oh, Seal the Skeptic. I'm going to talk to you once we figure out where the stats are and how to level up. Okay, a level up. Right. Okay, so what have we got? Okay, well, 1 characteristic point gained. Saving throws have been improved. 10 hit points gained. Fighting skills have improved. Awesome. And that's all we got. Okay, armor class, current hit points 31, max hit points 35. So we got it, but hurt. Can't spend points in anything. Okay. Oh no! Wait, there we go. One character point. I'm gonna do something strange. I'm gonna put 1 to charisma, because I get the feeling that this game is a very talky game, so I want to get as much talking as I can out of it, even though it really hurts my voice after a while. Yeah, that's my reason for that. Okay. Right. Can we close that? How do we close things again? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. Forgot how to close things. Like, properly close them. Is it just escape? Escape. Okay. It's escape, guys. Alright, so... we're going to talk to the skeptic, I believe. Why am I... That's interesting. My camera.
Alright.
What did I push to get the camera stuck on this position? Was it D? No.
Done.
Was that it? No. Okay. Oh, it's this button. Lock view on character. Open dialogue window. Hey, there we go. We can just look at our previous dialogue. Activate the party AI, why not? I don't even know if you can actually... I haven't really looked at this stuff yet, actually. Let's look at that. Options screen. Rest. Mate spellbook. Map screen. Because I know that there's a way to... At least in, like, Baldur's Gate and that, you could... sort of... change how the AI works. Make them more passive, more aggressive. But... Import current actions, select all characters. I don't know if that's possible in this one. Look at that. 1:20 PM. Anywho. As you approach the elderly woman turns and stares at you. La! Look who's come a-calling on Sia today. Dearest son. She looks you up and down, then shakes her head in disbelief. By every power and its mother. Boy, what crypt did you crawl out of? Okay, so what have we got? Go on the crypt. Fresh in the mortuary action. No, don't tell her that. Joke, well, the crypt was losing its charms, so now... okay, let's do this one. Joke, well the crypt was losing its charm, so now I'm looking around for the right place to die. Know anywhere? She barks a laugh that rattles her ears. Ha ha ha! Not here, unless you want to die of boredom! Oh, what's wrong with here? Ta! Someone pinch your senses and your sight, boy? She waves a hand around the bar. Look around, what do your eyes tell you? Yeah, she's definitely a skeptic. She's not like the other Dustman. She's very animated. A bunch of fun-loving Dustmen drinking happily in conversation, conversing merrily, celebrating life to its fullest. You've got a clever tongue there, boy. Mayhap your tongue is cleverer than you are. Sirius squints at you, then snorts. That'd explain the scars. Okay, yeah. But it doesn't explain why a Dustman is standing there here ridiculing other Dustmen. Care to answer that one? Are you a Dustman? A Dustman, I suppose, she sniffs. Tch! I've been here, I've seen enough in sand pass through the hourglass while wearing these robes. This body's almost ready to pay the ferryman. She chuckles and there's not much mirth to it. Are you afraid of dying? Of course I am, boy! Who isn't? She frowns and glances around. Well, except Dustmen. They're not afraid because they have been swallowing so much of their own bat droppings over the decades they've blinded themselves into thinking that death is some kind of release. Tch! So what sparked this crisis of faith? She shrugs. Life, I suppose. She frowns. Ha! Never you mind. I won't bore you with the niggling deaths. Do we want to know? Fuck. Yeah, let's do it. I would like to know, actually. Oh, you would? Oh, would you? She looks at you skeptically. Tch! How odd do you take me for, boy? Let's be truthful. Old. She snorts. Well, you're wrong. I'm really old. I like her. Now, I've spent most of my long years teaching Dustmen. I've seen many Dustmen whelps grow within our order, taught them the ways of the faction, kept the faith, preached the tenets and of the faction. She frowns. And so on and so on. No questions, no doubt. This life was merely an antechamber that led to the true death. What happened? Well, half month back. Half month, wow. I went sick with a fever. She sighs. I thought it was the end. It, rattled my cage. How? Her face becomes a stone. There's nothing about having your faction members circle around your deathbed like a pack of pale-faced ghouls, nodding and agreeing that your suffering and dying is all for the best. Oh, Cyril, so unfortunate. She shall soon be relieved of all the burdens of life. Burden of life? That's when it struck me. That there's something. A queer expression comes over her features. Addled about not appreciating your life. The Dustmen keep saying that life is a misery and suffering. Is it? That we should be happy to pass into oblivion? Should we? She shakes her head. Questions, questions, and precious few answers. Doesn't sound like you believe in Dustman philosophy anymore. I suppose I got a swarm of doubts buzzing in my skull. She rubs her temples. Hard to tell them all to be quite quiet sometimes. They need to be fed with some answers, and I haven't got them all worked out yet. What will you do then? To be square, boy, I don't know. Sirius sighs. The problem with doubt, I can't even trust that what I'm feeling is true, or if I'm scared of death only because of my brush with the fever, or even that what I should do. Is this a passing thing? I don't know. Oh gosh, okay. Oh. They're essentially all saying the same thing, just worded very differently. I think I might go for the third one. It's the longest and most wordy. That's my only reason. At the core of the Dustman philosophy is that life is one of the pain. It is a weapon that life uses against the soul to keep it anchored to this existence. Do not let this brush with the fever break your Dustman beliefs, so time will heal these doubts. Whoa, far much experience. Kudos. Sirius stares at you, then nods slowly. Maybe so. Maybe so. She frowns, her face wrinkling up in concentration. I'll have to tune it a bit more. Over some more. You should, it's no small matter. La! Now, enough of me rattling about my woes. Sirius stares at your scars. You look like you've shared a few handshakes with death yourself. Hasn't that changed your views somewhat? Doesn't it make you appreciate life a little bit more? I don't know if I should go down that road, because she is a Dustman but at heart, and I don't want to... Truth, yes, truth, not really. What? Yes, it makes me appreciate it. And well it should! Nothing comforting about death. I suppose not. I had some other questions though. Questions, eh? Well, you can ask. Siri looks at you with a steely eye, then smiles. Crypt walker. Crypt crawler. Sorry, my bad. I was wondering what that was about. I'm searching for a man named Farad. Have you seen him? Siri's face crumbles into a frown. That dog? He's the worst of the collector lot. I heard has his kip set up somewhere in Ragpacker Square, many streets west of the Mortuary gate. Dangerous place, though. Some of those collectors aren't patient enough to wait for folks to die, so they can sell them for jink. Oh, jeez. I don't want to talk about a journal because I was told not to talk about the journal whatsoever to anyone, especially to Dustman. I wanted to ask you about some of the Dustmen in particular. No harm, and what's in your mind? Can you tell me about Mortuary? Mortuary? Ha! I thought you were going to ask about a Dustman, she spits. There's no Dustman less a Dustman than that jink-smacking, bone-rattling lackwit. What do you mean? Mortuary so anxious to impress his betters by getting the most dead contracts signed that I wonder if he'll ever be a Dustman. I don't understand. He's eager to get contracts signed, boy. He's concerned about his reputation. He's thinking of his career in the Dustman. That alone says it all. Well, I understand that, but I guess we'll still say I don't understand. It's said that passion kills. It's said that passions kill. Sneer snorts. Chee! For Dustman, it's the opposite. Passion keeps you alive, and if you can't strip yourself of passions, whether eagerness, greed, or ambition, then you're doomed to never truly die, because life will always hold a piece of you. Can I ask about some other Dustmen? Okay, let's just be bold here and talk about the embalmer. Evine, do you know her? Who? Never mind. Can you tell me about tell me about Emmerich. That stone-faced old fool? I taught him, you know, and I used to hold the man in high regard. Then I woke up. He's a crusty old ghoul who sits there in his off hours to make sure the younger Dustmen have a symbol of authority here in this bar. She mumbles, old vulture. Old Copper Eyes? Don't know much about that one. He's a strange blood. Never moves from that spot. Never eats, never drinks, just waits. She shivers slightly. Makes me uneasy. The other Dustman. Okay. Actually, I met a scribe named Dal in the Mortuary. Do you know him? Tch! Dal? He was my instructor in the philosophical arts. During my early training at the Mortuary, and across to you fool to boot. He's ill, so my ears tell me. I bet he'll He'll even bore death with his presence. Is he dying? Tch! Sicker than a spotted dog. He is. Not much sand left in the hourglass of him. Had some other questions. I didn't crawl out of a crypt. She frowns, her face wrinkling like crumbled parchment. Right then, what coffin did you crawl out of? She mumbles. One of those shoddy splint coffins at Hiron's most like. Gives corpses splinters, I hear. She sniffs. That boy's not been worth a clipped coffin since his father's death. Who's Hermes? Hermes. Hermes is a coffin breaker. Pardon, coffin maker. In the lower world, inherited the shop when his father died. Much to the shame of every corpse needing a coffin, crypt, or tombstone in Seagull. Well, what happened to his father? Those years just for show, boy? He died, she mumbles. His son talked him to death, most likely. That boy's tongue doesn't stop rattling. I'm surprised he doesn't shake his head loose from his shoulders. Joke. Well, it doesn't sound like I'd like to be buried in one of those coffins then. You can recommend anyone else so I could go down and die. She barks a laugh and then rattles the ears. Ha! Not here, unless you want to die of boredom. Okay. Let's take my leave. Farewell, Siri. Whew.
Done.
That was a interesting conversation we had with Siri. I think we are good to go, and we need to find Farad in the some district. Hopefully it's in my journal because I've completely forgotten what it was. Dustman, dust bar. Okay, group of quests. Okay, I know it to tell me somewhere in here that where he is, and I know I can probably go back and ask again. So we'll probably do that. In the meantime, I'm going to end this episode here, so I will see you guys next time. Bye.